Let's bring in Michael Shoebridge from Strategic Analysis Australia. Good to talk to you again, Michael. How much can we be optimistic about what's going on here in Iran? Suggestions possibly of a rethink, but nothing actually happening yet?
Oh, Chris, I think this is just a temporary tactical adjustment by Supreme Leader Khamenei. He sees religious and ideological indoctrination of Iran's population as an even larger priority now than he did before. He's been saying that since 2019. So this getting the morality police off the streets for a little while and have them less violent is just a way of trying to reduce some of the protester anger to buy some time for the regime. It's a bit like what Xi is doing with his temporary tactical adjustments around COVID management.
So he's hoping, obviously, to quell the protesters in his own country. They've been very, very bold. Would he also be hoping to sort of distract international attention?
I think so, but it was one official, the Attorney General. No one has piled in behind him, and I think they know they'd be completely offside with the Supreme Leader. So we've got to think about this as a ruthless regime willing to make tactical accommodations to buy some time to identify and arrest ringleaders. But the protesters get a vote here too, and they're calling for 3 more days of heightened protest.
Yeah, we'll watch that closely in the next few days. Let's go back to Australia and the hard defence power in our region. Defence Minister Richard Marles is in the US at the moment talking about the AUKUS arrangement and talking about the fact that we are likely to see more US nuclear submarines around Australia in coming years until we get our own, but not basing any here. Is that a reasonable decision not to base any American subs here?
I think this language around basing, it's a bit like the Chinese presence in Honiara. Really, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and swims like a duck, it's a duck, whatever you call it. I think building our own military power, including through AUKUS, is a priority, but getting our close partners to have their military power more present in our near region is fundamentally important. That means US nuclear submarines operating out of Australia and hopefully being maintained here too.
Well, let's hope that happens. We just won't call it a base then. They're just regular visitors.
That's right. They just turn up very frequently.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us, Michael. Michael Shoebridge there.